Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Charla with Charla Made Budgets. Happy Friday, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. We do have a few things to go over before the weekend starts. Let's see here. So we need to do my wallet reset. But before we hop in, let's remove that pencil. Before we hop straight into that, I wanted to just review. So last Friday, this is what I stuffed in my wallet, and I realized I messed up. I have $20 here, but I didn't actually put $20 in my wallet for my hubby. I just give it to him directly. So that's why you didn't see that part. But we started with $125 in groceries, $25 in household, $25 in pets, $20 in entertainment, which you will see that was a disaster, but learning curves. It's my first time doing this way. Of course, the hubby for 20, that doesn't count. So I think going forward, I'm gonna actually just remove that because I don't track that money. So when it's gone, it's gone. And then of course my $10 miscellaneous and my $10 spending. So when I open this, remember this is how do you say it? A judge-free zone. Let's be kind. I'm just kidding. No, I definitely deserve it. So the way that I can do this, let's see here, because I went to use Marlene's tracker, but I couldn't get it to print right. So then I got frustrated and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make my own. So that's what I did. Okay, so hopefully you can see all of this. So this is going to be my September week 1, and as you can see right here, in case you can't, this is massively over budget. So, and I knew, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I knew that this was going to happen. This was the first time that Marlene had actually put entertainment into my spending with my son's football games on Friday nights. This happened to be, and I'm gonna put it here, an away game. And those are always more costly. Number one, I realized when I was stuffing these amounts that we didn't allow for gas, right? So you'll find out that as we go through the weeks and weeks, you'll see that I don't put gas in my car every week. And that again is because I work from home. I live in a really small town and I just don't drive that much. It's kind of funny because my car keeps giving me a notification that I have like 27 days until it needs to be serviced. But it's like 4,000 miles away from hitting that mark. So it's like, that just goes to show you, I barely drive. But when there is an away game, we are always going to take my vehicle, always. So, way over budget. So it looks like we budgeted $20, which again, it costs $16 just to walk in the door, just to walk into the game. Unrealistic to really budget $20 for that. But I'm looking over here to my side because I'm looking for my calculator. Bear with me. Let's see. Not in here. My goodness, I know I grabbed it. I thought, oh, I'm gonna be so prepared for today's video, and now look at me scrambling. Did I really not grab my calculator? Oh, I did. Just kidding. I brought it. Okay, so let's clean this mess up here. All right. I really hope I'm in frame. Again, different setup. I got a mat because I felt like you really couldn't see anything on my white thing. So let's move this. We don't need it yet. Okay. Yeah. So we did $16 for the football tickets, $22 in drinks. The waters there were $4 a piece. You're not able, Well, just so you know, I don't know how many of you have children in sports or have been to any type of arena type thing. Clear bags, you know, no outside drinks, that kind of thing. So it really forces you. And I'm in Texas, and even though his games start at 7:30, it's still 90 plus degrees outside. So you have to have water. It's just, honestly, you have to have it. So 16, so just the concessions blew our budget out of the water. And then, so pregame, this says Isaiah pregame. Subway, every week he has Subway. I know some people will say, well, that's not a necessity, that's something he wants. I work until 5 o'clock. My husband works until 4 o'clock. His office is currently on a no traffic day, 45 minutes. On a traffic day, an hour plus away. It's just not gonna happen that he's not grabbing something. And then because it wasn't a away game, we had just stopped and grabbed McDonald's on the way home. I think we got home at like 11 o'clock at night. And by that point, we're over it. So that was $21.05. So we spent right here $75.16. And I have to write it down or I will forget. That's just how it goes. Okay, so, and I apologize for having to turn this. Let's see, so entertainment. Ending balance is 0. And we spent $75.16. Crazy, right? That's like our entertainment for the whole week. Which I'm not complaining. My son has been playing football for like 12-ish years now, and I love every moment of it. He's a senior. Originally, he was playing college ball, getting some offers, and now he's really thinking about joining the military, joining the Navy, and trying to become a Navy SEAL, just because he wants to make sure that he has a secure future. Yeah, anyways, woo, squirrel. So let's see, we were over minus our 20 from that, $55.16. So what I did here, and I put a note, I did just use what we had in the account buffer to cover the difference. Again, I knew this was gonna happen, so it was already budgeted, but not really budgeted, if that makes sense. So we went over $55.16. I'm just gonna put a note there. Massive star. Okay, moving on. Obviously, that's all we did on Friday. On Saturday, I did get groceries from Walmart for $76.89. Mainly that was just to grab a few things. Now that my boys are back in school, we're not spending as much. We had some meat in the freezer. Honestly, it's probably gonna be another week like that, just because it's so hot and we're not really cooking. It's kind of grab and go, or if I am cooking, I can't say we're not cooking, actually. We cooked every single night except for Friday. So we are cooking, just kidding. But we have some stock up. So $76.89 is what I spent on groceries. And then, so you will see here, I'm just gonna, what can I do here? There's the highlighter. I'm just gonna mark this that we went over this. And then, so we went over that. And then, yay, okay, so another fun fact about me, I am a homebody. Like, it takes, you have to move heaven and earth, really, to get me to leave the house. I know it's so sad, but with everything going on with my chronic illnesses, it's just, it takes a lot of planning and effort, and a lot of the times I just don't want to. I know. I'm trying to do better though. So last Saturday, my sister-in-law invited me to the movies and I went. We went and seen The Conjuring, and there was a scene in the movie where my sandal came off, and I was just praying like, Lord, please do not let that come down and hit somebody in the head. Because my sandal sure enough flew straight up in the air and right back down. Okay, so I did take this from my spending, which womp womp, I only had $10. Who knew? Movies, 15 bucks. Like, are you serious? So yeah, so we minus my $10 there. And then I also took 5 of it from the miscellaneous. So I'm gonna go ahead and minus the 10 there, just because you will see later on, yeah, that I used it there too. So my spending, we went to the movies. And then, okay, cat food. Again, budgeted 25. Just so y'all know, I have 4 cats and 2 dogs. It started off with Mama Kitty. My son had put her out in the middle of the night when we first brought her in as a stray prior to her being fixed. She wouldn't stop meowing. He threw her outside. She came back pregnant. We kept one of her babies, and after that, my husband said, no more animals, right? Totally fine. My husband brought home another cat that he saved from his job. Yay, okay, now we have 3 cats, no more animals. Last August, right before my surgery, I was woken up to a little baby Henry, and I'm sure one day you'll see him in my videos, but he is attached to my hip. We got him when he was about 4 weeks old, so I've really kind of been his little mama. Long story short, $25 for a chocolate lab. I have a Pomeranian Terrier mix. She is roughly about 18 years old, and 4 cats. Again, unrealistic, but I'm going with it because I want to write down and see what I'm actually spending so that in October we can make those. Nope, there he is. Hey, Henry, you're gonna get down. I told y'all he wouldn't make it very long without figuring out where I was. That way, in October, we have more realistic numbers to be able to go off of. So this is gonna be a little chaotic from here on out. Now you'll see here that it was $31.80. So we spent $31.80, and I pulled $6 of that from household to make that cover. Fishing license was budgeted on the paycheck. $20 again went straight to my hubby. On Sunday, I was feeling fantastic. I don't know if, well, you're probably not, but in Texas on Sunday, the weather was amazing. It was so fall-like. So I felt great and decided I was gonna go clean out my car, and I did end up having to put $10 in it for gas. I probably wouldn't have had to do this, but on Monday, my sister-in-law needed to use my car because hers went in the shop. So I wanted to make sure that she was totally prepared, like the car was clean, everything was great. So we're just gonna automatically say hubby spent his 20, and then household, so that was 20 from that. I'm gonna put 25 because I know I spent the other, let's see, minus 6 went to pets. I'm wondering if I should notate that. And then entertainment, that came from, what did I say? Oh yeah, my account buffer. And I'm sorry if these are a longer video while I just try to figure out and navigate how to do this more efficiently. So I thank you for your patience and your kindness. Let's see here. Okay, so then we had the car wash, so minus 20 for vehicle. And then this 5, minus 5 of that went to the movies. And so this is done. Yay, for Monday, no spent. I have some of these stickers left over from Marlene's sister-in-law. One time I had bought like a calendar thing from her and I had some extra stickers, so I thought, how perfect. Okay, moving on. Tuesday evening around 4 o'clock, I got sick. I was literally working in my office. All of a sudden, I kept telling everyone, it's allergies, it's allergies. Turns out it wasn't allergies, fun fact. It was strep. And so I did end up spending money on Wednesday the 9th. I had my son run me up to 7-Eleven. It's a convenience store that's semi-close to our house. But I needed a Sprite and some Kleenexes. So that cost me $5 there. So $5 at 7-Eleven. So as you can see, like for me to make this work, I had to pull, I had to pull from every which way. Let's see, 125 minus 76, 89, 48.11. So 48.11. All of these other ones are 0 because we either spent it or overspent. I did good on my groceries though, right? It's the small things in life. So, and then I wondered, like, since I had gone over on like, I don't know how people do it, so I'm gonna ask you. So like if you went over and say you had Friday dinner out, it cost you $21, would you also categorize that as food and deduct it from this? Or, you know, I guess I'm not sure how everyone does it, and I'm really interested in how you do it for your budget, if you do it this way at all, you know. With me just starting back up, I'm just trying to see what works best for me. So let me put my yay no spend sticker there. So we did have 3 no spends. It's better, you know, than having 7 spends. So I kind of pre-filled this out for groceries. I had already done the math, so I rounded the 76.89 up to 77, all of these things. Oh, see, I had already done the math. Awesome. And then kids and my gas, I kind of put this here because this is like roughly what goes into this wallet anyways. It's not a wallet, it's a checkbook, but that way I could just fill it in and go. So next time it will go a lot more faster and efficient. Again, over budget. This was a sad one. Sad, womp womp. But in groceries, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I almost feel like I'm cheating because I really feel like I should have pulled this instead of using my account buffer to cover it. I should have pulled it from this. And then I would have only been about $2 over budget. But again, you know, let me know how y'all do that. And I'm just trying to find what works best for me. So this is done. I'm just gonna stick this right back in here real quick. And we are going to move on. For this current, I know, you'll see this update today on Marlene's channel. And then this is the current one. Excuse all my notes and scratches. How am I gonna do this? So I really need, this is what I need. I need to pull this. One day I will get this together. Be kind. Remember, it's only my second wallet reset here. Okay. I don't know how to cover this. Okay. And I'm only covering it because so many of you watch Marlene's that I don't want to ruin it. I just don't want to ruin the updates and stuff because she's about a week behind on what she tells you. Okay. We're here. Again, I'm not going to put hubby on there. So we have groceries. And then we have household. We have pets. And so my son's gas, he gets $40 every 2 weeks. I'm also not going to put it on here because it's one of those things that I just transfer over to his bank account, but just know that it's already been done. And we have Charla. And then also, as you can see here for like Marlene's, how she had to double it up, versus having to do that on my side. What am I doing? I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to do it. We have, actually, I'm gonna put miscellaneous and haircuts in the same total. So let's see, haircuts and miscellaneous, and then yay, we have some gas money. And then entertainment. Okay. So let's see, 125, these numbers kind of stay the same. Household is getting 25. Let me tell you, prior to me reaching out to Marlene and being like, hey, we need to make some changes, I was trying to make, in the beginning for the first 2 months, $100 cover pets, household, and groceries. And when I tell you that we were eating so many sandwiches that if I never saw a piece of bread again in my life, I would be happy. It was a lot. You know, we were trying to make sacrifices to make sure that we had what we needed. Let's see, why am I doing this so backwards? Gas, woohoo, $20 for me, which probably won't get spent. Haircuts is 35, and then miscellaneous, it's gonna be 45 just because I'm combining those together. Awesome. All right. Stick this back in here, and then we can get to the stuffing. So today for the cash, I have, what did I pull out? $330 I pulled out. And then of course I have my rollover, which I have decided that for the rollover, I am going to use it for the roll and save, or any additional savings, balance, savings challenge boxes that I have, because I have the 2 going, the one I'm doing and the one that I think it was CBA Mom Saves had done. So, and we're still really on a tight budget, y'all. I am so ready to be off of the tight budget. As soon as Wayfair is paid off, it will come down, because then we're just paying our bills plus debt. And when you have a tight month, you can pick and choose what you're paying towards debt versus this has to be paid. Anywho, I'm praying that it gets easier with time, but we shall see. I'm also super paranoid that I'm not recording, so let me just check. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I might have just given up. No, just kidding. All right, so this is $330. Again, I didn't know what I needed. I did tell them $50 in ones just because I knew, with the box challenges, things like that, I'm okay with having to condense it later on. I just want to make sure I have ones. So this right here is going to be $280. 20, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20. What is happening? Okay. I'm not quite sure when the bank stopped having to put it in order, but bear with me just a sec. It makes it look like I don't know how to count money, and I dealt with money my whole life in my career prior to this job. So I know that $290 of it goes into this, and the rest of this is like to play with for the week, my extra. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I say play with as extra. No, it's me scrounging for money. All right, so this here should be $290. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 290. We'll just prop those there. All right, so my spending is going to get 2 5s. So we did that. I'm just gonna put a dot by them. And groceries is 125. I know I did that. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that is going to be 125.
We tried everything, but Charlie's...
I was watching Kimmy's Corner on my laptop, and I noticed the screen went off, so I went to hit it, and boom, started playing. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So groceries is taken care of. I'm wanting to try Aldi's. I get my groceries typically from Walmart because I pay for the yearly subscription and, you know, people. So I have them delivered. But I'm wanting to try Aldi or another store called Winco. Let's see, 10, 25. I'm wanting to look at their sales. So maybe this evening when everything calms down, who am I kidding? It's a home game, football, nothing calms down. I will find time. I'm gonna look into it. Let's see, 10, 25. Just because I heard they have like amazing deals. So we'll see. We did the pets, haircuts and miscellaneous. It's going to get 45. Entertainment gets 20. Put 2 10s in there. And it's funny because, you know, obviously it's going to be over. Another $16 in tickets. So there's 20 for entertainment. Gas. My gas is going to be another 20, 10, 20. I really need to write them in the order that they are on here so it makes life easier. Okay, so then out of this, we should have just for miscellaneous. Crud, and I forgot I don't actually have a miscellaneous here, so 30, 10, 20, 30. I feel like I did something wrong. 30, 5, 45. I definitely did, because why is that $10, $20 there? Oh, that's my hubby's money. Just kidding. I did that last week, you guys. Maybe I do need to put it on here so that I don't like forget, because I haven't given it to him. So 10, 20, 35, 45. So this is haircuts and miscellaneous. We will stick you right here. And I need to make like maybe a thing that just says miscellaneous. So the wallet is stuffed. Yay. 510. I'm actually gonna switch this out because my hubby's gonna laugh at me if I give him 10 ones. Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this in here because that is his money and I'll give it to him when he gets off. Wallet stuffed, check. And then hopefully we will just like do better, right? Do better. All right, so as far as, oh yeah, so I wanted to tell y'all, I created this. It's over on my Ko-fi coffee. I heard somebody looked it up and like when you click the little dots on how do you pronounce it, it says coffee. I think it was Lisa Grateful Me that said that. Regardless, you know what I'm talking about. I made this little watch party list. So far I've only had Brittany with budgeting with a ginger sign up. I did watch all 11 videos that she had. So I'm open if you want to trade watch hours for watch hours. Please just comment down below. I would really appreciate it. And again, I work from home, so it's so easy for me to have it up on my TV just playing all day long on your playlist. So please let me know. All right, so as far as this goes, I like to check off each one that I did take care of. This one is gonna come out. And then we have, that's done. I kind of switched it up from the way that Marlene had told me to do it. So I paid all of this check in advance. That way I didn't have to worry about it. So all of the debts are paid without Wayfair. All right, so we are done in here. Put this to the side. And then the last thing that I wanted to do was my roll and save sinking funds. So with the leftover money, that's kind of why I didn't put it towards, you know, just like, I don't know, I'm conflicted. Maybe I should have put it towards rollover so we had some cushion, but I wanted to use it for Kimmy's budgets, her roll and save. That way I could put a little bit of funds, you know, at the end of the month into these categories where I'm not just like breaking the bank trying to stuff them, but also they're not just plumb empty, you know. I don't know how it's gonna be the best way to do this, so we'll just, let's just do this. I'm laying them out like it's a Monday mini and not thinking. All right, so we have all of our cards out of here. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place and I am sorry if that's what it feels like to you. I promise I will do better. Don't give up on me yet. All right, so then we need to get our dice. We do not need these right now. And so this is Kimmy's budget. She gives you all of these dice. Oh, love them. I love their size and these cards. She also has like an accordion thing that you can stick these in with, you know, with it so that you know where it's going. Me, I just created these really quickly so I would have it. And all I'm gonna do is just give these a shake. Let's move this closer, give them a little shake, and we're gonna throw them down the thing. And we are going to pray and hope that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, the $48 that we had remaining from the food budget is gonna go into here. Oh, got some high numbers I see on here. Did I grab a permanent marker? No, but this will work. Okay, so Brown got 4. Let's see here. Nope, that has a 5 in it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now it has 9. And then we are done. And Brown is going towards Christmas. Y'all, I have zero money saved for Christmas and I'm really, really panicking. Debt is important to get it paid off. I don't want to go back into debt trying to pay for Christmas. It's an internal struggle. It's a struggle. Okay. Yellow. Wow, yellow got 2 again. That's going for car expenses. I drive a newer car. I know. I wish I didn't. I wish I had a paid off car. But so it's not like I have a ton of maintenance that's due on it. Again, I don't drive it. But like last week, we had to get a new tire, so that affected it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would like to have that something in there in case something like that were to happen. So $4 going into that. And then we have orange. My colors don't even match over here, you guys. Like, what? This is the orange. I should just write it on there because it's not orange. Okay, orange got 6, and that is going to household. Let's see here, 5 and 6. So now it has $7. Green is happy birthday. We have an 18-year-old birthday. My son coming up, and then we have my daughter's 21st, my 40th. All of those things are next year. So if you see me crying in a corner next year, just know it's from birthdays. All right, so we have $11 in birthdays. And the way I see this is like, you know what? That's $11 more than I definitely wouldn't have had if I wasn't rolling this over, you know? It would have easily just stayed in my bank account and it would have just gotten swiped for only God knows what. Okay, so that's a 4 for red, and that is health. 1, 2, 3, 4, and with my health, you know what? You can never have enough. So we're gonna go ahead and take that and put a 5 in to condense. Excellent. And blue is for family. Blue got 5. Ooh, I'm liking that. Let's see, do I have like 2 5s? I do. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put that back and grab the 2 5s here. Purple is school. I have a senior. I feel like that explains itself. I also feel like this $4 is not it, right? If you have a senior, you know, it's like, I have been paying for so long, and then, you know, the senior year, it's just like wham bam, let's get all of the money we can before they leave this school. 3, most important, is what does that say? It's 4, and it's for emergency fund. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I can put a 5. Put a 5 in here as well. Yay! So I at least got rid of all of those 5s. 5, 6, and 7. And that's what I'm saying. You know, this is little amounts, but you know what? Over time, over consistency, and towards the end of the month, maybe this is an extra $10 to $20 that goes into a account, or a sinking fund, I should say. So that is all of my roll and save. Put these back in here real quick. I really hope that everybody has a amazing weekend coming up. Stay cool if it's hot. Stay warm if it's cold. And more importantly, stay safe. You guys, the world is crazy. So many things going on in the world, you know, just be safe. Hug the ones you love. Hug the ones, you know, just hug. Show love and compassion. That's how I see it. Let's go ahead and put these up. And then I am curious, out of the, because I had $48. That was my rollover money. Let's see how much we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have $16 left. So that roll and save was $32 to put towards something, you know, in the sinking funds. That $16 there, I am going to just put it in my life challenge box. It's from CBA Mom Saves, and it's a lower budget one, so I feel like taking or bringing $25 each week for that one is just too much, because it's gonna finish, you know, in 2.5, 3 weeks if I did it that way. So I feel like a smaller amount will be perfect for that, and what better way to use our rollover funds instead of just like spending them all willy and nilly. So I guess, guys, that is all that I have for you today. I really appreciate all of the love and support and everyone downloading, you know, my Hello Thanks Miss Savings Challenge box. I really, really appreciate it. If you decide to play it, go ahead and tag me in it. I would love to follow along and watch, you know, you play it too and support your channel. Again, do not forget, if you want me to watch any videos, let me know so I can drop you down. I'd appreciate it if you did it the same. You know, it's just the honor system, I guess. Anywho, with that said, have a fantastic weekend, and until I see you again, just be kind. Thank you all so much.